Are you tired of the endless cycle? The crushing cravings, the agonizing hunger, the scales that never seem to budge no matter how many calories you count or meals you skip? What if I told you that everything you've been taught about dieting is a lie, and that the true secret to unlocking explosive energy, razor-sharp focus, and a body that heals itself from the inside out has been hidden in plain sight all along? This isn't just about what you eat, it's about when you eat. We're going to expose the powerful, ancient synergy between the perfect diet and strategic fasting, a combination so potent it can trigger cellular rebirth, silence inflammation, and rewrite your genetic destiny. This is the missing piece you've been searching for your entire life, and by the end of this video, you will never look at food or your health the same way again. The perfect diet, nourishment. This provides the essential building blocks, macronutrients, micronutrients, phytonutrients, fiber, for cellular repair, energy, and function. It's about what you eat. Fasting, purification, and metabolic switch. This is a period of abstinence that gives the digestive system a rest, triggers autophagy, cellular cleanup, and forces the body to burn stored fat for fuel. It's about when you eat. They are parallel because a good diet makes fasting easier. A diet low in refined sugars and high in healthy fats and protein promotes stable blood sugar, reducing hunger and making fasting periods more manageable. Fasting enhances the benefits of a good diet. Fasting clears out cellular debris via autophagy, making cells more responsive to the nutrients you later consume. It's like cleaning your house before bringing in new furniture. Do like, comment, and subscribe this channel for more helpful videos. Benefits of a high-quality diet. The perfect diet. While no single perfect diet exists for everyone, consensus points to patterns like the Mediterranean diet, DASH diet, or whole foods plant-slanted diets. Micronutrient sufficiency provides essential vitamins and minerals that act as cofactors in every biochemical process in the body, from energy production, B vitamins, magnesium, to immune function, vitamin C, D, zinc, Ames BN, 2006. Low micronutrient intake may accelerate the degenerative diseases of aging through allocation of scarce micronutrients by triage. Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, Gut Health and Microbiome Diversity. High-fiber diets, prebiotics, and fermented foods, probiotics, support a diverse gut microbiome, which is crucial for digestion, immune function, and even mental health. Sonnenberg, J.L. and Sonnenberg, ed. 2019. Vulnerability of the industrialized microbiome. Science 366, 6464, EW 9255. Reduced inflammation. Diets rich in omega-3 fatty acids, for example, from fatty fish, walnuts. Antioxidants, for example, from berries, leafy greens. And phytonutrients combat chronic inflammation, a root cause of most modern diseases. Reference, Christ A. et al., 2019. Western diet triggers NLRP3-dependent innate immune reprogramming. Cell 172, 1-2, 162, 175.E14. Stable energy and blood sugar. A diet with complex carbs, fiber, and adequate protein prevents the sharp spikes and crashes in blood glucose and insulin, reducing the risk of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Reference, Ludwig D.S. et al., 2018. Dietary carbohydrates, role of quality and quantity in chronic disease. BMJ 361, K 2340. Benefits of fasting. Intermittent and time-restricted feeding. Common methods include the 16-8 method, 16 hours fasting, 8-hour eating window, or the 5-2 method, 5 normal eating days, 2 very low-calorie days. Autophagy, cellular cleaning. This is a primary benefit. Fasting triggers a process where cells break down and recycle old, dysfunctional proteins and organelles. This is crucial for preventing neurodegenerative diseases, cancer, and infections. Reference, Mitsushima N. and Levine B. 2020. Autophagy in Human Diseases. New England Journal of Medicine, 383, 16, 1564 to 1576. Improved insulin sensitivity. Fasting gives your pancreas a break and lowers baseline insulin levels, making your cells more responsive to insulin when you do eat. This is a powerful tool against type 2 diabetes. Reference, Patterson, R.E. and Sears, D.D., 2017. Metabolic Effects of Intermittent Fasting. Annual Review of Nutrition, 37, 371, 393. Enhanced Brain Function. Fasting increases the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that supports the survival of existing neurons and encourages the growth of new ones. It also may protect against neurodegenerative diseases. Reference, Matson, MP et al., 2018. Intermittent Metabolic Switching, Neuroplasticity and Brain Health. Nature Reviews Neuroscience, 19.2, 6380. Cellular Repair and Longevity Pathways. Fasting activates pathways like those involving sirtuins and AMPK, which are associated with increased stress resistance and longevity in various model organisms. Reference, Longo, VD, and Matson, MP, 2014. Fasting. Molecular Mechanisms and Clinical Applications. Cell Metabolism, 19.2, 181, 192. Important Considerations and Precautions. Fasting is a powerful tool, but not for everyone. Consult a doctor or registered dietitian before starting any fasting regimen, especially if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or trying to conceive. Have a history of eating disorders, have diabetes or blood sugar regulation issues, are underweight or malnourished, are taking medications that require food. The perfect diet during eating windows is non-negotiable. Breaking a fast with processed, high-sugar foods negates most benefits and can be harmful. The scientific evidence is clear. A nutrient-dense, whole foods diet and well-practiced intermittent fasting are not just parallel ideas, they are deeply complementary. The diet provides the essential materials for health, while fasting creates the optimal metabolic environment for those materials to be used efficiently and for the body's innate repair and cleansing mechanisms to operate at their peak. Together, they promote metabolic flexibility, which is a cornerstone of long-term health, vitality, and disease resistance. Key researchers and institutions to look up: Dr. Walter Longo, Longevity Institute, USC; Dr. Mark Matson, Johns Hopkins; Dr. Sachin Panda, Salk Institute. Foundational reference books. These books are written by leading researchers in the field and are excellent for building a deep understanding. 1. On Fasting and Cellular Health. Title: The Longevity Diet. Discover the new science behind stem cell activation and regeneration to slow aging, fight disease, and optimize weight. Author: Walter Longo, PhD. Why it's relevant. Dr. Longo is one of the world's foremost researchers on fasting and longevity. This book translates his decades of research on fasting mimicking diets, FMD, autophagy, and nutrient-sensing pathways into practical advice. It's the primary source for understanding how fasting cycles promote cellular rejuvenation. 2. On the Science of Insulin and Metabolic Health. Title: The Obesity Code, Unlocking the Secrets of Weight Loss. Author: Jason Fung, Maryland. Why it's relevant. Dr. Fung provides a comprehensive and accessible explanation of the hormonal theory of obesity with a heavy focus on insulin. This book is a key resource for understanding why fasting is so effective for improving insulin sensitivity and weight management, linking it directly to the problems caused by the modern diet. 3. On the Impact of Diet on Health and Civilization. Title: Why We Get Sick, the Hidden Epidemic at the Root of Most Chronic Disease, and How to Fight It. Author: Benjamin Bickman, PhD. Why it's relevant. Bickman, a professor of cell biology, brilliantly details the role of insulin resistance, caused by poor diet, as a fundamental driver of most chronic diseases. It's a perfect scientific companion to the ideas of metabolic health. 4. On the Circadian Rhythm and Time-Restricted Eating, TRE. Title: The Circadian Code, Lose Weight, Supercharge Your Energy, and Transform Your Health from Morning to Midnight. Author: Sachin Panda, PhD. Why it's relevant. Dr. Panda is the leading researcher on time-restricted feeding. His book explains the science behind aligning our eating patterns with our body's innate 24-hour clock, circadian rhythm, and why when we eat is as important as what we eat. 5. On the Gut Microbiome. Title: Fiber Fueled, the Plant-Based Gut Health Program for Losing Weight, Restoring Your Health, and Optimizing Your Microbiome. Author: Will Bulsiewicz, Maryland, MSCI. Why it's relevant. This book provides an evidence-based, practical guide to improving gut health through dietary fiber and diverse plants, which is a core component of the perfect diet we discussed. Key scientific researchers and institutions to follow the books above are written by these pioneers. Following their ongoing work is a great way to stay updated. Walter Longo, director of the Longevity Institute at the University of Southern California, Focus, Fasting, FMD, Aging and Cancer. Sachin Panda, professor at the Salk Institute for Biological Studies, Focus, Circadian Rhythm Research and Time-Restricted Eating. David Sabatini, professor at MIT, Whitehead Institute. Focus, pioneering research on the mTOR pathway, a key nutrient-sensing pathway affected by fasting. Mark Mattson, professor of neuroscience, formerly at Johns Hopkins. Focus, pioneering research on intermittent fasting, brain health, and BDNF. Guido Kremer, research director at the French National Institute of Health and Medical Research, INSERM. Focus, autophagy, apoptosis, and the role of fasting in immunology. Reputable online resources for scientific information. When I gather information, I prioritize sources like these. 1. National Institutes of Health, NIH. This is the primary database for indexed scientific literature. It's where the original research studies, like the ones I referenced earlier, are published. 2. National Institute on Aging funds and communicates research on aging, including nutritional interventions like calorie restriction and fasting. 3. American Diabetes Association provides resources and research on insulin resistance, metabolic health, and dietary management. 4. The Nutrition Source, Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, an evidence-based resource that translates current nutrition research into practical guidance, free of commercial influence.